Hi everyone, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we happen to help you find the beauty in all things, whether it's astrology or tarot or the energy of the Reiki, or even some of the supplies and tools that I provide for people, helping you to support yourself on your journey. Wherever you're at, you're always going to have another place to go. So this week's readings for everyone is a very interesting week. We're looking at here the 16th through the 22nd. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we have the partial lunar eclipse full moon in the sign of Pisces. And then on this Sunday, we all experience equinox. And in a true fashion, the moon cycle is in equilibrium with what's taking place here. So we have Pisces moon, then we switch to Aries moon this week, then we switch to the Taurus moon, which is going to be beneficial for people. And then on the weekend of the equinox, we switch into the sun entering into Libra, moving itself out of Virgo. And that moon Taurus energy is just going to be very beautiful because it means it is driven by Venus. And so if you follow the daily transit, a lot of the changes that are going to be experienced by people are naturally going to be money, resources, and relationships, very specifically because of the signal change of coming into Libra and that moon Taurus. It is going to be a very extremely beneficial day for a lot of people. But if you follow the daily, I talk to you about the fact that this week is going to be very emotional, up and down for a lot of people, because that moon in Pisces, the information that's going to hit when we're looking at that opposition with Virgo, getting us prepared for what we're going to experience in 2025, like a little teeny tiny bit of a tester on what that's going to look like, is going to be important for a lot of people. Really, it's not meant to hurt, but it is meant to get us all in equilibrium. If something has not been working out the way that you wanted it to work out, there are varied, lots of variable signals and signs that the universe has probably been trying to share with you about where you needed to repivot because you were missing from this step to this step to this step. You might have bobbed and weaved over here just a little bit. So it's trying to get you back on track to make sure that things are being a little bit more practical. However, when you look at the energy of the moon, Pisces alone, it is very, very challenging for some because A, it's an emotional energy. Two, it is extremely spiritual. Pisces is the natural ruler of the 12th house. It's the final energy within the zodiac. And so it has all this ethereal energy that goes along with it. It does definitely affect our dream space. So dreams, critical week, regardless of the moon sign changes that we are going to follow this week, into moving, into writing things down, trying to re-examine those types of things. And of course, speaking to someone if those things are looking like you might need to have a little bit of support in trying to interpret what those things look like. So as we have done for each of the previous weeks here in September, we're going to do a general for everyone. We're going to use the Starseed Activator cards here today. You're welcome to take a screenshot so that you can sort of grab the medicine that's involved with the cards. We're once again going to use the Thoth Tarot deck. We're also going to validate and clarify any major arcana that comes up with each of the individual zodiac signs, and then we will pull in an oracle or two to assist you on your path this week. I am fully available. So if you are looking for a personal healing reading or any of the things in between, you are more than welcome to go to my website, book your date and time, service of choice, and I will be able to assist. It's been very heavy for a lot of people. Now, Venus, gonna be running the show when it comes to, again, getting us to that midpoint of the equinox, and this is the energy card that comes out for everyone. This one is called the Promise. And let's see if I can get this to adjust. Let me adjust my light here. Maybe just a little bit more. The Promise has everything to do with soulmates, attraction, partnership, but it doesn't necessarily just have to be relationship, okay? And you can see that there's a couple here that are going through the kissy face motions there. But Partnerships of business, partnerships of different types of relationships. And then, of course, the other one, you cannot make this stuff up, the root chakra. The root portal, the root chakra coming in here. This is where money, this is where stability is created. So this is validating everything that I just told you. Those are the themes of this entire week. But obviously the heightened component is going to be what that Pisces moon shares with us. They said there's one more card. Okay, one more card that comes in here for this week. There it is. Where have you not considered what needs to be taking place? So this card is talking about releasing control, sitting in silence, allowing the universe to share with you in contemplation, meditation, where it is that you need to be in order to get to that next step. They're very clearly saying that some people have been willfully avoidant. That's what the angels and spirit guides are telling me right now for the collective. Not everyone, but you're going to know who you are if you're resonating with that. And so this is the theme. All relationships are going to go through a modification. It doesn't have to be negative. Your root, your base, your stability is going to be shifted based on that relationship. Again, it doesn't have to be negative, but if there has been something that you have not focused on, the universe 155 million% is going to get your attention about what that is so that you can be in control of trying to shift it in your highest and best good. All of us are going to go through it. So nobody gets left out. Now, I did get an email from someone the other day who wanted to understand, well, I don't have Pisces in my chart. Yes, you do. You cannot have been born without all of the 12 zodiacs. And so you have to find where Pisces is, or that icon. And the other planet that you can look at is Neptune, to give you a little bit more information. Now, the house that it sits in, and again, you only have 12 opportunities, is going to help you understand if you don't know your birth chart. And again, I can assist you with that. But if you don't know your birth chart, the planet or the house that it sits in is going to dictate the overall theme for you as an individual person. So for instance, my Pisces happens to sit in the 5th house. So for me, all things 5th house, which are going to be family. It's going to be involving children. Hello. It's going to be involving switching opportunities that are going to increase my joy. It's going to involve my direct partner in life, and things of that nature. So the 5th house energy is Leo energy. It's honest, beautiful, big energy. So there's an opportunity for there to be some expansion and growth in any of those different areas. And then I'm not going to get into too much more detail about what else is in my 5th house that are going to go, but wait, there's more. Every single person has a house that Pisces sits in, so that will also assist you. In general, if you are a mutable sign, which is Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Gemini, all of you guys are mutable signs and will have direct energy features in this transit. Okay, you're the first ones that are going to have these hits. So be mindful of what that looks like for yourself if those are in your sun, your moon, or your rising. Okay, but those are just different places and locations that you can take a look at in order to get started. All right, let us go ahead, as I have been doing here at 8:20. We're going to go ahead and start with our first sign, which is Aries. Aries. So we already heard me say the moon is going to switch into your sign on the 18th, which is Wednesday. So you'll have Wednesday, Thursday, and then half of Friday for some things to be showing up. You guys have been going through it because of the north-south node energy of where things are at. And so there are going to be these opportunities that are going to show up for you that are going to help shift some things. There's still those energies of the T-square. So if you watch the dailies and you're following with the map, then it'll make a little bit more sense for you. Okay, you've got major arcanas. All of this that's popped out here for you is major arcana. But we start off this week with the 8 of Wands energy, okay? This title is called Swiftness. It means quick energy coming in here. And so that is sister fire sign Sagittarius energy in communication. So it's positive communication that's coming in for all of our Aries this week. Now, what we have here in the reverse position is the Fool, representing planet Uranus. And then we have two cards that are side by side, this is indicating a major shift in change. And you guys know what that means. If you follow me, you're already in these energies. It's just going to continue this week. The first card that we have here is the Devil. The second card that we have here is the Hierophant. So as I'm looking at this energy, what this is talking about is you moving forward in one of two ways, and we will clarify. The energy of the Hierophant is commitment, greater commitment, okay? And because this is going to cross personal and resources, it really can affect multiple different things that are going on. But Aries, very specifically, this is going to be relationships for you, because the activation that's taking place as things transit will be in the 7th house of romance and relationships. And because Aries' opposing sign is Libra, okay, which governs relationships, anything that is not in its right order is what is going to get squeezed out for balance. However, if you're single, ready to mingle, it automatically and immediately puts you into the energy of the 10th house, which is work. Okay, just so that you know. Now, the energy of the Devil, as you guys know, is Capricorn on its own, which is the 10th house of work. And then again, you've got the Hierophant, which is talking about making commitments, higher level of commitment. So it does often have things to do with commitment of an organization or a school, some sort of higher authority that is coming in here for you. Now, with the Fool being in the reverse position, again, we are going to clarify, and we're going to see what else the universe wants to share with us. But I would take a look at the majors in your own birth chart, should you know it. What's going on with planet Uranus, which we know is retrograde in Taurus right now. We already know that. And Uranus is wanting us to go fast and shake things up and do those kinds of things. When it's in retrograde, which it currently is retrograde, then one of the things it's asking you to do is pay attention to something that was going on with regards to change for yourself, okay? Hierophant being Taurus, and then again, you want to pay attention to what's going on in your Taurus of your chart, and then also where Capricorn is in your own personal chart. Let's grab specifically, but whatever it is, everything you need to know is coming for you this particular week. It is said. When we have the moon in Aries energy, I want you to watch out for the fact that Wednesday is probably going to be a big day for you, very specifically because the moon in Aries is going to have a sextile with both Capricorn. Yeah, it's going to be Capricorn, Pluto and Capricorn. Okay, so that's change. I don't think that there, and there's also yes, there is a sextile with Uranus and Taurus. So this is a good week. Wednesday is going to change the narrative of lots of things. That's the perfect astrology, and you'll see that when I get to Wednesday's daily report. Other than that, you will have some other things that pop out on Thursday with some oppositions that are going to show up, Aries, for you very specifically. And then you're going to have another trine that shows up with, you're going to have a trine that shows up. How come I can't think of the planet off the top of my head? Regardless, you have some good positive motions coming in. Okay, so we're clarifying the Fool, which is in retrograde, which is in reverse here. Sometimes when the Fool is in reverse, it means that we may not have been ready in the past. We didn't have our information. We didn't have enough information. We're reviewing the information. And so the clarifiers that we have here are the Seven of Cups, the 8 of Swords, and then the 2 of Swords energy, which literally is just saying to itself, that's what was going on. A lot of potential. I don't really like to call the 7 of Cups confusion, but unfortunately, sometimes there is, and it's because we have too many options. And so we have to be able to slim and trim down what those potentials look like. That's what the 8 of Swords is telling us as well. It's that the only person that's blocking you or is creating an issue is you. So no one's holding you back. And then we have the 2 of Swords in reverse, which means you finally got the piece of information that you needed, and you're going to be able to move forward because now you know what it is that you needed to know. Let's go ahead and clarify what's going on with this Hierophant. 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords, so those are all air energies, okay? 2 of Swords energy, which is positive. It's going to have everything to do with where we're at in, I want to call it Libra energy. It's Moon Libra. That's what it is, okay? What clarifies the Hierophant is the star card, Aquarius, okay? What else do we have on the star card? The moon in reverse. Wow. With the star card, whatever it is that you were asking for is definitely 100% on its way to you. That is for sure, for sure, for sure. And the last card is the Lovers that's in reverse. Merciful heavens. Okay, so we have all major arcana on the Hierophant, which means I'm going to pull out a different deck and we're going to do some deeper dives here. She said to herself, let's go with our dragons and let's see what this whole story is about. We have the Star card, Aquarius. We have the Moon card, which is going to represent the position of the moon itself. But it's in reverse, which means it revealed to you what it is that you needed to know. And then you have the Lovers in reverse. Okay, so when the Lovers is in reverse, although it can be your lover, your committed partner, sometimes what it means is not necessarily that if you're single, ready to mingle. It means there's a disagreement, okay? But let's see what's going on here. Yep, 8 of Cups, walking away from something, healing from whatever it is that you're walking away from with this 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And then... dun, 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 dun. Now we've graduated to the 9 of Swords. So what I would say for this particular row here, interesting. Yeah, there it is. There's the Sun card. They said continue on, so we're gonna just continue on with that. That is way too many. They said we have a lot of things to say about that. Okay. The Sun card coming out. So what this is telling me is that there was a problem in a relationship. And at the end of the day, we still haven't quite got to the point where we're making a commitment about the commitment itself. But the fact that we have the Star and the Sun sitting here means that there's a lot of healing. Leo energy again. Yep. Then we have 10 of Coins. There's a money change coming in. This is job potentially for somebody. Okay. Ooh. And... 7 of Swords. So whatever it is that's shifting and changing, you are keeping your mouth closed about it, or it's a very quiet sort of a conversation. We're not sharing, which you shouldn't be anyway, until you're really ready to know what's going on here. I'm going to reshuffle those because I had 2 that flipped due to my fat fingers. But that's what the story is telling me here, is that you're making your decision about a commitment. And to me, it seems as though there could be some different job offers. And you're sorting through them. There it is. Let's be open to looking at something else. 4 of Cups energy. Things may be okay, but the universe wants you to switch something a little bit. And that's where we go back to the Fool. You're aware of it. Now you're looking at something. So that just clarifies for me. So what that clarifies for me is that this has, and there's the Star card again. So we're done with that. Thank you for taking me a long way around Sunday on that one. But the universe said whoever this Aries is resonating with this has been having some concerns possibly with work. Or they're having some potential with a relationship. But a lot of the things that are involved with it have to do with resources like money. Literally, that's what it's showing me. Let's go ahead and clarify the Devil with the White Sage here and see what we have for our Aries. Gonna reshuffle those. If they come back out, I will be very excited, but let's see what we have here. So when you get towards the energy of Thursday and you have this opposition with Libra energy coming in here, again, the whole purpose of this situation is to bring back into balance something that's been a little bit of off scale. But then on Friday, the moon switches into Taurus on that day. And the exalted position of the moon in Taurus is beautiful for everyone because what it does, I mean, that's the place that it likes to be. That is where the moon is happiest there. Yep. So if you're at a point, Sun on the bottom in reverse here, with the Death, the 5 of Wands graduating towards the 7 of Wands. To me, what it looks like is that if you're willing to make a change, the universe is going to reward you with you at the end of the situation here. Don't avoid options or opportunities that are going to show up for you. So if this is job search, we'll put it in those categories. Keep things in motion, keep things rocking and rolling. If somebody offered you something and it wasn't quite what it is you wanted to do, or again, it could be your partner, but it's more 7th house, then you are just going to need to continue to go through the process. If this has nothing to do with work and this has everything to do with your partner, your relationship, your domestic partner, your lover, then the universe is asking you to have a little bit more patience before you make the final decision about what it is that you want to do. But I promise you this, what this is saying to me is that you're going to be back on top of the game here. If you take the Devil and you take the Emperor alone, okay, what you're saying is that whatever's been out of control, you are going to be back in control of at the end of this week. That is for sure. But because it's relationship based and or work based, that's going to cover a lot of stuff for people. I'm trying to take as much time as I can to get through these, because this shift that takes place for everyone this week is going to be the thing that's going to set you up in the next direction for moving forward, stepping forward in your world. Let's pull an energy card for our Aries. And I apologize, they're not sitting on my desk in front of me, but let's pull our energy card for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this week. Is there anything else that we should be sharing with our Aries this week? Yeah, it's Friday, I think, where you have, before Taurus moon changes, you're going to have a square with that Pluto in Capricorn. So after that square happens, which is going to be super early AM, you're going to wake up on Friday knowing 100% what to do. And whatever it is, you get back to you. Let's see. Energy for our Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising this week. Ooh, son of a nutcracker. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. I was hoping not to see it, but at the end of the day, it's going to be what it is. We have the strategy card in the reverse, meaning we haven't really been focused. One of the things that's also being affected is your ability to see beyond. Maybe that confusion has something to do with it. It could be that you have an influence from the person that you are with that is adding to the confusion, but 100%, there's no denying that there is some disconnect in the relationship here for some of you. Where things look like they may have been a little bit negative has the potential to balance itself out. At the end of the day, Aries, you will be back in control of whatever weirdness is showing itself up. Now, this card here that's titled deception can be even the way that you personally are reviewing something that's going in a relationship. So it doesn't necessarily have to be someone against you. It could be you and the way that you are reviewing or the way that you are acting in a relationship. But again, bottom line, net, whatever it's going to take, the universe is going to communicate everything it is for you so that you can get back to good this particular week. Is there anything else that I missed or that I'm asked to clarify at this moment? No, we are concluded. Okay, so that is what I have for Aries. It looks like, again, it's going to be big for everyone. Yeah, if you're resonating with this, please make sure that you do all the YouTube-y things, like, share, subscribe, and, comment. Let me know how things are going on in your own particular space. Make sure that you are looking at the other signs that are out there to cross-reference for yourself, okay? All right, let's move on to Taurus. So Taurus, you have the moon switching positions into your sign on Friday. You'll have it Friday, you'll have it Saturday and Sunday. It is the exalted position for all beings on the planet. And so that's going to be good. You've also had this beautiful grand trine energy with all of the different earth signs for a while. That will still continue to be the situation. You are going to have some conflicts, although on Friday, with Virgo. Okay, so Virgo is going to challenge you just a little bit, and the only reason it's challenging you is because it is going to have this conversation about where things have been maybe a little bit challenged in your higher thought process. Okay, when you get towards the energy of Saturday, then one of the bigger things that comes in is that you have a conjunction. So anytime we have a conjunction, we call it a kissy face conjunction. The planets are putting extra emphasis on the two separate things that are going on. So it is going to be the Uranus that's retrograde in your sign and the moon. So the Uranus in retrograde is going to ask you to pay attention to something that maybe you looked over, that you haven't thought about, that maybe you, whatever the older energy is that's assigned and associated with it, you're going to know about it when you get to Friday. But when you get Sunday is going to be your best day, Taurus, of the weekend, of this upcoming week. Not that there aren't other beneficial things going on, but this weekend belongs to Taurus because the sun moves out of Virgo and it goes into sister Libra's house. So that means Mama Venus is all over the place in your chart. The moon is going to move into Gemini late on Sunday, but you'll still get the benefit of what that looks like. Okay. So we actually have 5 cards that pulled out for you. One's not meant for any specific day of the week. Oh, I'm sorry. There's 6. Okay. Let's do it like this. We have 6 cards. Here we go. 9 of Swords in reverse, which is good. 2 of Pentacles in reverse, which is also good. So this is indicating getting away from energies that have been stressing you out a little bit. There's been some firm decision to acclimate or accept change that needs to take place. And it may have things to do with balancing something physical in your life. So that will include your body, but it also will include your pocketbook for sure, for sure, for sure. Now, we have the 7 of Swords, which again, people sometimes say is negative and it's sneaky energy. It's not. It's about keeping your mouth shut about your particular strategy in a particular situation, whatever that is for you. Now, we also have the 8 of Pentacles that's in the reverse position. We also have the Aeon, which is Judgment in the reverse position. Okay, so that's Pluto energy. And you are going to have some kerfluffle when it comes to Pluto a little bit later on from a planetary perspective. But what we have here is the 6 of Pentacles. So there's a success that you go through by the time you get towards the end of the week. Now, for Taurus, the energy for Taurus, we're still looking at the 8th house, which means a lot of this is directly going to involve your partner. Okay, the 8th house is the house of other people's money. The way that you indirectly receive resources. So if your partner has been going through an issue with resources or finances or money, or if there's an investment that is indirect, sometimes it can be 401ks and things of that nature. But whatever the shift or this change is this week, the universe is telling me to tell you just to keep your mouth quiet a little bit. Just be a little quiet about what's going on at this moment. Okay, so we don't have, we do, but they said this is why, because there's a shift coming. So let's look at the Aeon. Let's look at what's happening here with Pluto, this Judgment card here. What else do I have for my Taurus? You are going to have a good day on Saturday because there's a trine that comes in with Mercury, Virgo, which means whatever practical shift or change is coming up is going to be identified on that day. But again, this is 8th house. It's indirect to where you are doing anything personal, specifically with finance. I'll leave it at that. Let's take a look at the Aeon for Taurus. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. We have one that is in transition. This guy's going to come out a lot. We have the Star card. So this is a wish or a want that your partner has been wanting to receive. And then we have we have the Hangman, and then we have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse again. So we have it twice in this energy, which means if your partner's been looking to have some sort of a way to heal and increase something, that very much looks like it's going to take place. I think the energy for why the Aeon is in reverse is meant to be together with this 8 of Pentacles. It has something to do with a stoppage or a slowdown in energy that was taking place with money or the way that work was being handled. It could be like a temporary layoff. It could have been something to the effect of changing jobs, whatever the case may be, whatever this is. This week you're going to know 2 times here. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse position is making a decision to move forward by making and releasing something that no longer serves us so that you get this by the end of the week. Like I said, and it is in your exalted position. So again, when we're looking at the energy of the Pentacles, you guys do know that the energy of the 6 of Pentacles very specifically, which and some cards call it gains. That's sometimes 9, but You get you get that energy that you're just grounded. Everything just goes back. Everything is balanced in that energy piece. Do you want me to go further? Yes, they said please clarify the Seven of Swords. Let's go into the Seven of Swords energy. Resistance is futile. Seven of Swords energy. What else do we need to know? Because if this is 8th house, this could be the direction or the thought process of your partner. Maybe get an inside track of some other things that are going on there. But whatever it is, you're in your own space and it's exalted because the six, there it is, the Six of Pentacles is Moon Taurus. Options, oh my God. We're going to have a lot of repeating energies this week. I just know it for all different signs because of the shifts and the changes. Yep, they said that's exactly what it is. So here's the cards that come out for the Seven of Swords. This is major. Seven of Swords, okay? Can be viewed as sneaky or underhanded by someone else when someone is being quiet, but it is an opportunity to keep your strategy to yourself because there are many different options that are showing up here with this Seven of Cups energy. Seven of Cups is also sometimes confusion. It's called confusion by other people. It doesn't necessarily have to mean, it does mean 100% that moon in Aquarius is providing options because that's what this is. But it's in the sideways position, so things are in motion right now. Now, the Nine of Swords is not only anxiety, okay, and I'm looking at it in a progressive state. So 7, 8, 9, if you're looking at it in that, if you're looking at it in that way, it can be anxiety, but it's also because it's very exciting. Whatever this information is that's going to show up for your partner or the way that other resources are coming to you is going to be honored in that vein. And then when we're looking at the King, is this the King? Yeah, I'm sorry. When we're looking at the King of Wands energy, then what we're looking at is other fire sign energy, Sagittarius. It's excitement. So what I'm saying is that this is, they wanted me to clarify. So if there was a stoppage before and someone had to get their collective poop in a group, your partner, they are thinking positively in the direction of what it's going to take in order to make things happen. If this is like an other organizational type of a thing or anything like that, and you're a little bit nervous about some sort of a transaction or something else that's coming, I would say honor this as an exciting energy. There's a lot of work that is already in play for whoever that could be. So if it is your partner, they already got their collective poops in a group, and then again, they're excited and their excitement will be there. So you're going to want to help honor what that looks like. But again, you get back into your own element here by the time you get towards the energy of Sunday, which looks really, really good. It looks very promising. So if I could give you a piece of advice, it would be if you notice that your partner is feeling a little bit scattered, maybe just help them ground and do whatever else it is that your partner likes to be able to do. If you're not married, this is going to have a lot of things to do with, or in a committed relationship, this is going to have a lot of things to do with things you really can't control. Other people's money, other people, the way that assets are flipping around, things of that nature. But at the end of the day, it does look like things are working out. So 8th house can sometimes be very hard without it being a personal, because I could carry on for a thousand years. Let's go to the energy cards. Since we've clarified everything here, what do we have for our Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising this week? It is going to be good for you guys. The thinking woman, whether it's divine masculine, whether you're divine masculine, or whether you're a divine feminine, the thinking, holy buckets, and the thinking woman and the woman with the coin are both increase. They're about the divine feminine supporting increase. Yeah, and here we go. It's the containing of the nervousness or the excitement that's taking place here in the solar plexus energy. So that's where that's coming from. And at the end of the day, what it boils down to is whatever has been challenging opens itself up, because this person is no longer tied up in their emotions, their thoughts, or their actions. Is there anything else that I need to cover? Nope. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So watch out for some of those days as you're looking at the daily transits Thank you guys for watching those. I get a lot of views on the TikTok, and then I copy that energy down here on each of the other platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and here on the YouTube. So I do appreciate that. You're always welcome to come over to the TikTok and look at it first, but I do send everything over. So Taurus, we're going to move on. Thank you so much for that. We are going to move on to our Gemini friends. Gemini. Okay. You are one of the mutable signs. And so a lot of the energy that's going to be hit not only this week for you with the lunar eclipse, which is still partial, and you have to know that where your 25th degree major planet is in your own sign, a few degrees prior, a few degrees after is another third way to look at that. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. That's okay. Anyways, you are a mutable sign, sister to Pisces and Sagittarius and Virgo, and modern ancient switchover for rulership happens with both Pisces and Jupiter or Sagittarius because of Jupiter being in that house. So let's see what's going on with our Geminis. Geminis, everything here is, again, focused on the 9th house activities for you, the activations that are going to be taking place. So that is going to have things to do with where it is that you are wanting to go and travel and think about these next steps. New learnings, that hasn't really shifted or changed. But there's going to be more intensity, a lot of intensity. Now, the moon is going to switch into Gemini late on Sunday. After we go into the energy of Libra, it's going to be like super early in the morning, well, late evening, super early in the morning, like 3:33, 3:34 in the morning for you. We also have the sun moving into Libra, like I said. And then where there's been some issues, Mercury is going to be shifting also on that late day. And the reason I bring it up is because Gemini, Mercury and Virgo has been very supportive to you. So when Mercury moves into Scorpio, it could be a little challenging in the way that communication has been going. I'll just put it that way, okay? All right, let's just get these shuffled up one more time and let's pull those details in. You'll see more acclamation and more details. No, I'm going to reshuffle. If it comes back out, then I accept. More details are going to lay themselves out for you the following week, okay? Because we need to see what that Mercury change in Scorpio is going to do for you. Here we go. There it is. Oh my gosh. The first card down is the Hermit card, so Virgo energy. The second card down is the Six of Wands, which is victory, but that literally is Jupiter. Literally is Jupiter coming in. Then we carry on into the Knight of Wands. Is there another card? Yes. So the last card that we have here for you, oh, you have two, okay, is the Four of Swords, and then you have the Lovers in the reverse position. Okay, that is why I'm saying that there will be a shift. You guys know that you are the Lovers, and so there's going to need to be some sort of let's agree to disagree. Let's sit and have a rest on it. So by the time you get towards the end of this week, universe is saying that you're going to need to be in a resting position, and that makes a lot of sense when the moon moves into your sign this weekend. Okay, starting off with the Hermit, Virgo energy this week. Clearly everything is happening in Virgo. Virgo sun energy is creating all of these conversations. There's a lot of victory that shows up this week, positive movements forward, and then we also have the Knight of Wands. So this also indicates to me why it is that they're insisting that you get some rest, because this is going to be a busy week for you, and that is just the perfect astrology alone, and this just matches up with what those actions could lead you to from a physical component. Let us go forward. I am going to clarify both. They said clarify the Hermit and clarify the Lovers. Well, okay, so everything's going on with Sun Virgo. I don't believe it's not, well, you are, okay, so the moon switches into Aries. That's going to shift for you. The moon shifts into Aries, and so probably Thursday, you want to take a look at maybe some different information that comes to you on Thursday as a highlight, okay? But let's see what's going on with the Hermit mode. Eight of Wands, you're waiting for some information to show up. Looks like you're going to get it Wednesday, Thursday. hold on. The Strength card comes in, Leo energy. Jupiter Leo is the next card that shows up. That is victory. And then whatever's been stuck in the back of your throat, or something that's been a pain in your butt, or some sort of other situation shows up and it clears itself out. So the universe is asking you again to just maintain where you're at in this whole scenario. I really want to, nope, they said focus on that Four of Swords, which is you towards the end of the energy of the week. This is not meant for every single day, but they said throughout this week. But I like that Knight of Wands that comes in here. So again, I really do think that one of the better days for you this week is going to be Thursday. So look for that energy. Okay. Tuesday could be a little bit challenging for you. You're just going to go through it when you go through the eclipse energy, and there's a separate square that shows itself up. So yeah, I would just sort of, if I could tell you to take the day off, I would tell you to take the day off. I can't, but I said it. All right. The clarifying cards for you. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Thank you. Here's what we got going on. Again, this is you. Okay, maybe potentially in a disagreement, but at the end of the day, in order for you to get back to good with all this heightened energy that showed up here, you're going to need to take a rest. Here's why. You are avoiding a cluster F of a moment. The Tower in the reverse. Now, it can sometimes mean that you are avoiding something, but as I'm looking at this Mars energy, I don't see it that way. It's been in your sign. It's not necessarily comfortable. But here's what it is doing. It is pushing you forward in the direction that you need to go in. It's going to ask you to make sure that you're looking at things in a very positive way, because we've got the Two of Swords in the upright. Okay. So what that means is that if you will give yourself a rest with all this fast activity that's coming at you this week, then you're going to be able to make some better choices that show up. And because you're in the energy of the ninth house, you have to be able to plan efficiently. Well, that's literally what's going on. So what I view this as you looking at this opportunity that shows up here, especially here, you're looking for some information that's going to help you move forward this week. You are going to get it. Again, I believe that Thursday is probably the better day of the week, and then things are going to sort of kick off from there. So make sure that you're spending your weekend relaxing as much as you possibly can, thinking about things, containing that excitement a little bit, and resting your literal brain. Okay, so you go from the 3, 2, 3, 4. So when you look at progressive energy with cards, that Libra energy that comes in this weekend, because that's what that Four of Swords is asking you to literally sort of balance some things out. And it's Jupiter Libra. That's the 4. Okay, yep, here we go. Just clarifying on top of the clarifications. Oh my God, you can't. Listen, Linda. This week is going to be filled with action. It's going to be filled with lots of things that are going to be taking place. You also are going to have this energy of fighting yourself between go, go, go and rest, rest, rest. That's literally what this is. But the universe says, please rest when we tell you to rest this weekend. Please make sure that you are listening to that. Now, this is one of the more simple readings because it's very straightforward, and literally with so much activity taking place within that Jupiter position and everything else that's going on, balance your energy as possible. Balance your energy as possible. That is literally what the universe is saying. I literally don't see anything negative with this at all. Whatever it is that's showing up for you is going to be beautiful and beneficial so that you can take steps to do the thing that you want to be able to do. It's going to light a fire underneath your butt, and you're going to feel extremely confident and extremely happy. And sometimes, you know what I mean? We can tend to burn ourselves out internally. So just make sure you're giving yourself rest. The solar plexus energy, just make sure you're working on solar plexus. The other thing that I would do is I would give yourself opportunities to do color theory. So you can wear the color orange, eat orange foods, listen to any solar plexus healing energy musics that will be able to support you very, very well. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good situation for you. And so that just sort of validates again, perfect astrology. Look at Thursday. It doesn't mean that other days of the week won't be a little bit weird, but the universe is lining itself up for you on Thursday very specifically, perfectly. Again, look at the daily transit so that you can see the maps if you want to see that. And of course, if you are resonating with this and you want to take it a little bit further, then by all means, take that opportunity to book a session with me. Now we're going to go ahead and move on now to our Cancerian friends. My Cancerian friends, whoo, okay. All right. You have a lot of weirdness going on in the heavens because that Mars hanging out. Mars does not like to hang out in your sign. It doesn't. It doesn't want to be there. It wants to get the job done. Okay. And with you guys being in the energy of the work, 10th house energy, work, or professional achievements, or the way that other people are seeing you as you are carrying your energy has been very testy. A lot of aggravation for a lot of you guys with this extra energy. But it's going, you got to do what you got to do, and just understand that many things are going to kick you in the butt. Now, one of the things that's going to show up this week for you on Wednesday again is going to be kind of challenging, because you're going to have a square that's going to develop on Tuesday when the moon shifts into Aries. Okay. It doesn't have to break you, but if you know about it now, and then the other day is going to be Friday, but on Friday you have a sextile that comes in with moon Taurus. So the moon Taurus is in its exalted position. That's its favorite place to be. So things will start to balance themselves out for you just a little bit more. Okay, let's grab your cards. Let's see what we have here for our Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. A little bit more information and energy for the week. My team says, just watch your P's and Q's. Watch your P's and Q's. All right. Make sure you're going back into the beginning of the read if you didn't see the general for everyone, the frequencies, because you are going to need to ground your energy a little bit more. That's what team is trying to tell me. You probably need to ground your energy as much as you possibly can. Yep. I already knew it was going to come out. Okay. And I see it. All right, the first card is the Five of Pentacles, or the Five of Discs. The second card is the Six of Swords. The third card, yep, right on cue, is the Queen of Cups in a sideways position, and then you have the Knight of Discs in the reverse. Is there anything else? No, start with that. Okay, we gotcha. It's just an emotional shift for you this week. Five of Pentacles, or Five of Discs on this card, sometimes called worry. People trip out about this sometimes. This is the energy of Mercury and Taurus, and this is where the chatty Cathy of the universe is challenging your stability. But the other thing that sometimes people forget is that when the Five of Pentacles is showing up, it means you need to stop and you need to listen. You need to go talk to somebody. You need to talk it out. You need to work it out. You need to get out whatever's in your system so that you stop feeling low, so that you stop feeling less than, or you can at least get the conversation up, because sometimes all you need to do is have a really good quick conversation with someone that can appreciate what it is that you're talking about, to help lead you in a different direction and help you release those stagnant energies. And it looks like you very much are going to do that, because what we have here is the Science, or the Six of Swords. So whatever has been heavy on your brain, you flow through it this week and you come out the other side. I love the two of these cards together, because this is 11 energy together. So this portal energy, this process that's coming in here, this Aquarius, again, heavy Mercury, okay? Heavy, heavy Mercury. And I take it back to the energy of Mercury right now, being in Virgo has been very positive in a couple of different directions and trying to bring the communication. Mercury is going to change on the weekend, so we will have some different shifts to share with you then. Now, the other card that comes in is the Queen of Cups in the sideways position. We're halfway there. We know that we need to shift. You know that this Queen of Cups is moon energy. It's Cancerian energy. This is you. So you're halfway there. You sort of know like what it is that you need to be able to do, and everything that's affecting you obviously is with work energy. It's physical dollars, and since this is the Knight, right? Yeah. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Discs, my friends. And so we are looking at the opportunity for Taurus to give you that longer energy that you're looking for, a little bit more stability. Now we're going to clarify the Queen of Cups, and then we're going to clarify the ending energy for you, which is going to be the Knight of Discs, because that's what they're telling me to do. So let's take a look at where you're at, because this is what you're doing. You're trying to maintain your equilibrium. You're trying to maintain the flow. You're trying to keep yourself balanced emotionally with the other things and the pushing that's taking place with that Mars energy. Let's see what we have. Probably some disappointments in the way that conversations have been coming. But I can tell you this, even if you've had to have some hard conversations, you're more accurate than the other people at this time. It's just a matter of, can we say it nicely without absorbing? This is why I say absorb their energy. Don't observe, don't absorb. Here we go. So yeah, that's what they're saying. You've made the right decisions. Two of Wands in the reverse position. You have made a decisive action. The Hierophant, Taurus energy coming in here. And of course, this is the Knight of Wands energy. So it does mean that there's some positive progressive energy that's taking place here. It does mean that there's movement forward. It does mean that we are going to be making a commitment to something new. There's new information that's coming that's going to spark us, and then it's going to put us in a direction of understanding what it is that we want to be able to achieve. But let's go ahead and clarify this Knight of Discs. So that Taurus card coming in here 2 times, or at least the energy of Taurus coming in here twice. You got a lot of Mercury energy and you got a lot of Taurus energy. Okay. So let's see, maybe you have Taurus in your chart somewhere that you need to pay attention to. And I would, or maybe you want to go take a look at that Taurus reading. Okay. Knight of Discs, Taurus comes in with the Hangman. All right, here we go. Then it comes in with the King of Swords. That's Aquarius energy. And then we have the Magician. Yep, that's what's up. So there is something that needs to change and cycle for you from a financial perspective. Universe is saying that what it is that you've been asking for, the clarity with this King of... That's the King, right? Yeah, that's the King. I had to double check. Is he wearing a crown? He is. The King of Swords energy that comes in is very kind in energy. He's going to be accurate when he says what he needs to say, but he's going to say whatever he needs to say with kindness. And so we always appreciate the King of Swords coming in here because he's looking at all the different aspects and how it's going to sort of associate with those different things that are coming in. Now, the Magician card, Mercury. Okay, so it's about how you communicate what's been going on. I would just say, as you're making this commitment, whatever this commitment happens to be, and they did say clarify the Hierophant. So I'm going to go do that for you real quick. Whatever this commitment is, again, for you guys, it's 10th house. Still hasn't changed. You will have some different shifts that are going to show up this week for you energetically. You need to be paying attention to the opposition energy with Capricorn in the 4th house. Okay. Balancing work and home life balance for you. Why are you wanting me to clarify the Hierophant here? Why are we clarifying the Hierophant? Ooh! Because you're looking for something different. 7 of Cups, potentially. Looking at options. Okay. Ace of Wands. You're not really loving what you're doing. Or there's a shift that's coming. Yeah. And so you're looking for more balance. 2 of Cups. So listen, if you're looking to do something longer term, okay, if you're looking to change careers, if you're looking to change departments, if you're looking to increase the way that things are looking, the universe is saying, yeah, we're going to give it to you. You just got to maintain. Maintain. It's coming. Don't beat people up so much. It's been very chaotic for you, for your sign. I know it. And what we're going to do is we're going to move over to the energy cards, and let's see if we can get the energy cards to give us a little bit more information for you. Okay. Here we go. Cancer's energy from a different perspective. I love my job. Why do I not feel victorious with trying to get to my happy joint? That's what the universe is saying. We're going to take you there. They said there's another card here. You're out of balance. But that's what the universe is going to try to balance for you. From this deck, Yes. Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it. It's about changing your community. Your heart space wants to be able to be in a place where there's better appreciation, better flow, better grouping of people, better alignment with people. To me, that's everything to do with resources in your job space. So if you are looking for another job or to add to your job or a shift in department, they're just saying, yes, this is the week where you're going to start to see things actually move. The needle's going to move this week, okay? But again, I have to remind you that the universe is saying things are going to work themselves out as long as you are managing your energy. And your communication needs to be very specific. Again, beginning of the read for all of us is going to be where we're having issues with partnerships, potentially, making sure that we're financially or otherwise feeling secure. And if you haven't thought about what that is, really putting more time, energy, and effort into contemplating what that means for you as a person. We're going to keep it at that. That seems very, very clear. Look for those days that I shared with you this week. If you need to take something a little bit further, you guys just need to go to the description box and the link to my website will be there. Unless you catch me on live on either TikTok or the Facebook. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Whatever you need is coming. I'm promising you that it's gonna show up. It's just a matter of you being just a little bit more patient. You need to let these major shifts shift, period. Let yourself get through it, but it is coming. Okay, I can tell you that. So congratulations to you moving past a thought process, Cancer. Okay. All right. We're going to move on to our Leo. My Leo, Sun, Moon, and Risings. How you guys doing? So yeah, you guys have had a lot of stop and start. But this past week has been very good for you because of some different shifts that have taken place. And so what I want you to watch out for as you're still continuing to work on those things that are important, it's going to still involve socials. It's still going to involve other people. And the worst thing about the 11th house sometimes is that you can't really control other people. You just have to sort of go with the flow. But if you're connecting with those people that are meaningful and that are in the same zone as you, it makes it feel really, really good. Now, the sun energy by which you know you are ruled is switching this weekend. So the sun moves on Sunday into a Libraville. So just wanted to make sure that you were reminded of that. Okay, how do we want to do this? 1, 2, and 3? Okay, cool. 2 more. Okay, 2. There it is. There's the first one. There's the second one. Perfect. Thank you so much. So, you have been in a position of really trying to, like I said, go with the flow, the stops and the starts that have taken place. The first card for you this week is the Queen of Discs, aka the Queen of Pentacles, and that is Capricornius energy work. But it showed up in the sideways position. So the work, meaning the 10th house of work or profession, or the way that other people see you. So if the focus again is going to be on the 11th house, which includes different people, there you go. Now, we do have the energy of love. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be romantic. What it does mean is coming together with the right group of people. There's an agreement at minimum when that 2 of Cups shows up. So that Venus energy with Cancer showing up together is an agreement. However, this is where the friends energy comes in. Interference, 8 of Swords. So there's a need to recognize that the Jupiter energy, Jupiter Gemini, which is where it is right now. Jupiter is sitting in Gemini's house, okay? And so that is going to shift something for you when we, not only when we get to the eclipse this week, but you're going to see it start to shake itself out again when Sun moves into Libra. High Priestess energy shows up here. Ah. So the High Priestess is obviously asking us to do a couple of different things, right? The High Priestess is asking us to use our feelings, The High Priestess is asking us to go with what it is that you're feeling, more so than what has been going on anywhere else. Okay, make sure that you're looking at both sides. We want to share some things with you, but the High Priestess wants you to pay attention to, if you're not necessarily feeling the love where you're at, and it feels a little like too clingy for someone in your space, it's okay to release that. It's okay to release that energy. It doesn't belong to you. So at minimum, a moon, sun energy alone is going to put you into a better position by the time we get towards this weekend, because it's going to force things, again, to balance themselves out, okay? We're going to clarify 2 cards, they said. They want to clarify the Queen of Pentacles, and they want to clarify the High Priestess. So let's just push these off to the side here. Anything else specific for Leo coming up this week? Yeah. So the opposition itself obviously is going to affect your thought process about where things might have been too pie in the sky. I keep saying that because it's the truth. That's definitely going to affect you, but there is going to be a good trine that shows up for you on Thursday. Thursday is going to be a good day for a lot of people, and so that's going to open some things up for you. There is also what's the other day? Saturday. Yeah, Saturday is a fabulous day for you. Okay. So what clarifies the Queen of Pentacles is the Hermit, Virgo energy, the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. We need to open up our thought process. And this 5 of Wands that shows up, to me, I see this as competition. To me, I see this as getting over a situation, like you're coming out of your shell. That's literally what I was saying. You had a lot of stop and start energy up until this late last week. This is beginning of the week is very good for you. The weekend, it started to change things for you in a positive direction. So here's what I would say to you. There's no stopping you. Because when you get the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, it is opening up and it is expansion. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You have maybe some minor competition, whether it's job related or even, something else. I mean, things have to be done. Things have to be said in order for you to move that needle a little bit. I don't see anything wrong with this. The only thing that I'm seeing here is that I don't like the interference, but it is what it is. But let's see what the High Priestess has to say. Are you carrying on someone else's thought processes? That's what my team wants me to be able to say. Sometimes interference, right, is holding on to someone else's energy. It's like you don't have to agree with everybody. You need to be able to speak up for yourself. You don't fit the ideal, then speak up. But mini devil energy, if you don't fit into that environment, if you don't fit that thought process, then at 155% it's time to roll out, homie. Okay. The clarifiers that are showing up for the High Priestess include the Justice card in reverse, the 4 of Cups in reverse, but also this Page of Swords. The information has been provided. The High Priestess is saying, look at here. Things are not balanced. Things are not okay. You're not getting what you need. We need you to open up. So the 4 of Cups is things seems to be okay, but the universe is providing you a different offer. There's an acceptance of an offer, or at minimum, that heartfelt energy that is required without going backwards. Love it. Which is why whatever has not been supportive for you is releasing itself from whatever else it is that you've got going on. I don't find this negative at all. Whatever it is that you're looking for, Leo, the universe is going to support you. They're telling you that you've had to bide your time, and you've made some calls for some people a little bit. But what the universe is trying to tell you is you are going to move forward. Just keep going forward. Keep going forward. Okay. We're going to go in with your energy cards. Again, the other thing with the 11th house, there's a lot towards the 11th house, okay? Okay, let's talk about the positives of the 11th house. There are people that will go to the mattresses for you. There are some really good friends that show up in that energy. But from a social perspective, the one thing that gets people to a place where we are trying to navigate is identify who's for me and who's not, like who's true and who's not. And this is what the universe is saying, just in a different way. You've had to be extremely patient, and patience is going to be required. And when it comes to resources, you have to make the decision as to whether or not this person is the right thing for you. That's what the High Priestess is going to tell you. There's a difference between caring for the people that we work with, or even potentially in our relationships, or there's a new situationship that's maybe wanting to start up in your environment. Make sure that you are 100% in agreement and in alignment with those thoughts and those ideals for what's taking place. But I'm telling you, the universe is going to be able to heal something this week. So if you are dealing with a friend, a coworker, if you're doing something socially, if you are looking to increase the opportunities for you to be social this week, this is a good week. It really is. You're going to be able to understand, like I said, especially when you get towards the weekend and we go through that moon change. Very precisely, things click a little bit more into place. So that was very short because it's very simplistic. Saturday is going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Saturday is going to be a great day for you. So make sure that you're looking into Saturday for yourself. Yeah. Tuesday's going to rock your world. Saturday's going to start to be a little bit better for you. All right, so that was fairly easy. We're going to go ahead and jump on to the stars of the show, Virgos. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Everything going on for the next several days. And then on Sunday, the Sun moves into Libra. So we will say goodbye to Virgo season, but not the lessons, because this eclipse is getting us prepared for us dealing with your North Node, South Node shift that's going to be taking place with Pisces for this upcoming year. So let's see what we have going on for you. Virgos, it's just going to be a lot. Every single day this week, there's going to be some major themes and things that are going to show up for you. Not just the eclipse energy alone that's going to show up on Tuesday. You're going to have a really good day on Thursday. A lot of people are going to have a great day on Thursday. You're going to have a great day. There's going to be some trine energy that shows up that is going to allow you to loosen the grip for shifting for yourself personally. And it's also going to be probably a really good day for you on Saturday. It's going to just be rocking out energy for you. You go out with a bang on Saturday. So look for those days this week. You're going to have a couple of different challenges though. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. And that's because you're going to have two different oppositions that are going to involve Neptune and Saturn. Okay. Now, if you've been doing what you need to do, if you've been following your due diligence, things should not be too difficult. That Neptune energy is going to verify, clarify, and confirm whether or not you've been able to do what it is that you need to be able to do this week. Okay, first card out. Ace of Swords. Literally? Am I meant to keep all these cards? Okay. So we have a lot of cards. I think it's pretty much going to say the same thing that I said. Ace of Swords is the aha moment. It's the clarifier. It is that opportunity for you to be very precise, not only with your words, but your thoughts and your actions. The Ace of Swords is great, but it is sometimes a double-edged sword. And you can either be stabby with it, or you can be very precise. And so this is what I see coming in, because the second card for you is the Six of Swords energy. That gets followed up by the Prince of Wands energy. So there's new energy. There's new opportunities that's coming. We like that. It's the page, basically the page knightish energy, if you want to think about it like that. We're moving. We're giving you some information, which is going to force a change. For the better. It's going to help transform some things, especially something that's been a pain in your butt with the Ten of Wands in the reverse position. Now, you have two major arcanas next to each other. The Aeon Okay, Judgment card, aka Pluto. So you got the Death card and Pluto, the rulership of transformation, twice. Okay, coming in here. The Judgment card on its most positive element as a mutable sign, and you know that you're going to be affected by this eclipse coming up, right? Is, are you ready to be ready to be ready? Are you ready to accept the bounty that we want to give you? Because the next card is the Star card. You've asked us for something. We've been working on it on the back end. And the final result of this is going to be the Three of Swords in the reverse position. Whatever has been a pain in your butt, we're taking it away. So where do you guys want me to go with this? They're just agreeing that the decisions that you've been making as of late are the appropriate decisions to make. You want me to put this one down? They really want me to focus on the Death card and the Ten of Wands. Was not prepared for that, but they said let's start with 1 and go to 2. Okay. Virgo moon. I want it to be precise. What else do I need to know? Okay. Let's see what we have. The Death card, the Ten of Wands in the reverse position. Saturn, that Saturn energy that comes in, I think is the positive energy that shows up for you here. Again, if you've been doing what you need to be doing, and that's going to show up like on Wednesday. Okay. Yep. You've been hanging in there. Things have not been good for you. Things have not been flowing. Potentially, this is not going to resonate with every Virgo that every Virgo that's out there. Every Virgo that's out there. Okay. So there's no more resistance to dropping something that's not helping you, regardless of what that is. That Ten of Wands in the reverse position means we are kicking the door down for you, my Virgo friends. You've been hanging on. The Strength card. You've been doing what you could levelly do, right, on your own. You've been fiercely defending something for a while, but it's not been bearing any fruit, or at least there's something funky going on in your garden. So you're coming out of your shell and you're going to do something that is going to change the dynamic. So because the energy for you is going to be activated in the 12th house, which again is the natal for Pisces, this is going to be changing your faith level of something. And a change doesn't have to be negative. It just means it's changing the way that you're finding value in a lot of the day-to-day things that have to be done for you. So it could mean that there's a new opportunity. It could be that there's new work. Your teams are very close to you and speaking what it is that you need to be able to hear. But again, this is so sexy right here. This alone is like whatever you're doing now. Yes, keep doing more of that. Whatever that is that you're doing that's pushing you in a new direction, keep doing that. So do you guys want me to clarify? Let's start with the Aeon. I guess we're going deep today. So the Aeon. Planet Pluto. Now, Pluto itself, if we're looking at it from a planetary perspective, as we know, it's back in Capricorn until we get to the middle of November, which is going to ask you to really pay attention to those things that are meaningful. But on Saturday, there is a trine that shows up between Pluto, Capricorn, and Sun, Virgo. So Saturday is going to be a really good day for you. Let's see what else we have. As we're just looking at the astrology specifically. It won't be so good for Libras on Sunday, but I'm just saying. It will be good for you. The day, oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Job-seeking Virgos. The Aeon coming in here. Faith. The Faith card. The Strength in a different sort of a way. So this is about you managing to hold on to all the different changes that you've been through. And that last ace that's there is the universe carrying you and trying to support you in multiple ways. But there is an avoidance of a situation. The Tower card being in the reverse can sometimes be that you are avoiding, or that there is a situation that is shifting. So this Nine of Wands turns into the Ten of Wands, which means, you know, we're changing the dynamic of what's taking place here. At the end of the day, what that means is that and my favorite queen is here on the board. The Queen of Wands, business energy, leadership energy, kind energy, is seen as Aries. So you have Aries twice showing up here. You might want to take a look at where Mars is in your own personal chart. But we all know that Mars has been hanging out with Cancer and just pissing everybody off for the last little bit of time, because it just seems like things keep shifting like this. It's everyone, not just our poor Cancers that have been dealing with it. Okay, so let's move over to the star card then, they said. Let's see what the stars talking about. Obviously, Aquarius. You could be paying attention to where Aquarius is in your own personal chart, or take a look at the Aquarius reading. Obviously, we're in the Aquarius moon. Well, we just came out of the Aquarius moon. So Aquarius moon shifted on Monday, which is today. Ooh, holy buckets. Okay. Which order do you want me to put them in? Gotcha. Gotcha. What was I saying? Aquarius energy. Putting things back into order for you just a little bit. That double trine that happened on the weekend, I think, was the kicker for you in realizing, okay, something's got to give, and I got to shake something up a little bit. Okay, so the star card, okay, again, if we're just talking about timing, this is where you realized where things are literally not in balance for you. And this is where you're getting real. So the Seven of Swords in the reverse position is that there's nothing else that can be done. There's nothing else. There's no energy attached to a group, or there's no energy that's attached to this is where you get real about what's taking place in your emotions. Okay, I'll put it to you that way. And the universe coming in and healing it. And because you've done that, and you've taken stock, and whatever it is that you're doing is coming, you've let go of that Three of Swords energy, that sorrow, and you're back on track. You're moving in the right direction. So they said give it to you in that energy. Some of you have been a hot mess in being challenged with dependency versus codependency, and really wanting to be in a different position. Is there anything else? Okay, 3 cards from the dragons. Okay, I'm just listening. But this is going to be a big deal, because if the North and South nodes are going to include Virgo Pisces for this upcoming year, they're really trying to get you set up, Virgo. This is being done from the highest level of perspective, because as the wise sage, you're very often being called on by other people to assist. And so if you don't have your Mo and your Joe connected, you're definitely not going to be able to assist anybody else. All right, you are moving in the right direction again with whatever new energy and new thought you've been working on. But they said give her 3 cards, meaning me, give her 3 cards from the dragons, and then we'll go into your energy cards. Oh my God, I literally just said that. You've been all over the place. The temperance energy that's here between your emotions and your thoughts. And the judgment card in the reverse position has meant that you might have been avoiding a situation that needed to take place. And the Queen of Swords card coming out is the energy of softening, the analytical energy that is you. Okay? So that is what's gaining you. That's what's gaining you this move forward. So this weekend, this past weekend possibly was a very important one for you. Yes, indeed. You can't get what you want if you keep trying to do the same things over and over again, right? That definition of insanity. No matter how beautiful it feels, the universe needs you to be in a different position for whatever the reasons are. You already know about it. You're making the right decisions and you're doing the right things. But we're going to pull the energy cards, oracles, just to see if there's anything different that they want to add for you for this upcoming week. It's going to be a busy week for you guys. So maintain as best you possibly can. All right. This is for our Virgos. Sunday's going to be a good day for you because you will have another trine with Moon Taurus at that time. So look forward to the weekend for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay, here we go. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, energies of you trying to think about, oh my God, how many times does this have to come out? Patience, patience, patience. In order for you to create a situation where you're feeling happier. And now family can be your work family. It can be your home. This is what the universe is trying to bring Virgo. They need Virgos to be stable. That's what they're saying. In order potentially to help what's going on in your family, whatever your makeup of family happens to be, maintain your patience this week, because this is what we want to be able to bring you is the man with the coin, which is stability. Okay. It could also be a man, but more so than anything else, it's stability. That's what I have for you. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. And I'm here. And as a Virgo moon, I get it. So if things need to be taken down to another level, I'm totally excited to assist you, Virgo. But right now we're going to move on to our Libra. Libra. Stuff changes for you starting this weekend, and we'll be wishing all of our Libras happy birthdays. The equinox bringing in the balance of what Libra is all about. And therefore that puts Libra in the energy of the first house of self, because you are, a lot of this is getting ready to get your attention about sort of what you're thinking about for yourself, how you feel about yourself and things of that nature, especially Libra risings. Okay. All right, so Libra rising is the first house of the energy that's showing up for this upcoming week. But of course, Libra moon and Libra suns are going to have some things to do with that as well. Here we go. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. So the sun enters Libra like 5:45 in the morning, 8:45 in the morning on Sunday. So just in case you're looking for, some jump up and joy energy, it'll be Sunday. Now, as far as Libras are concerned this week, we are going to have an opportunity to really support the different shifts that are going to take place. Now, Thursday, again, I've said this already to all signs, Thursday is probably going to be a very good day for you. Now, you are going to have an opposition that's going to show up with that Aries energy, which you've been battling all year, but there's something that happens on Thursday night for you in that opposition that occurs that helps you to really get energized. I really want to say that. Also the fact that there is a conversation that's going to be taking place with the Uranus energy coming up that Friday. Like, let's get down to brass tacks energy. Also with the fact that there is another conversation that's going to come in on Saturday with the Neptune Pisces. Yeah, you're basically getting things back on track in time for your birthday. That's basically what's going on. The first card out, oh my God, literally the Libra adjustment card in the reverse position. Yeah, Libras, you've been going through it. It's not been very easy for lots of reasons, but Mama Venus has been there to help put that pep back in your step. The second card that we have here, Ten of Swords. I love. Whatever has been funkiful is rolling out the door. Now, I made mention of that the other day when we had the double, and then this five of, what are we looking at? Five of Swords, internal thought processes. When we had the double grand trine with this all air and earth signs, a lot of shifts were taking place from a mental thought process for you. So Mama Venus hanging out with you is exactly what it is that you needed in order to get to this good space. So this Knight of Cups energy, there is something that is coming towards you this week. There is a message that's coming towards you definitely this week. I have a feeling it could be Thursday, but again, the worst thing that's going to happen on the worst thing, let me refresh that. Erase. The two challenges that Libra is going to have potentially this weekend on Sunday is the fact that the moon moves into Gemini. That itself is not going to be negative. That's positive for you. But what is going to change is the fact that Miss Mama is going to be rolling out the door. And she moves into Scorpioville. So that will make you necessarily not feel good. But if you've absorbed everything that can take place, the Sun Libra is going to sort of shift that energy. So Sun Libra switch, Moon Gemini switch, good, okay? Mama Venus moving into Scorpio, which she doesn't like to be at, is maybe the worst thing. Like, you have to say goodbye to that process. But what we have here in what's being fixed for you, Libra, is the energy of what's been taking place in resource, okay? What I'm being told to say is that some Libra, not all, okay? But some Libra have been, it's not standoffish. What's the word that I use? By yourself too long. Is that the right way to say it? Yes. And because you're looking at the energy of the first house and how you care about yourself and how you feel about yourself, you're realizing what you personally need. And you are also realizing where you personally have not been giving that to yourself the way that you need to give it to yourself. You're just very good at taking care of other... People always come to Libra to help fix their stuff, but no one comes to rescue a Libra, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you've been possibly taking on way too much stuff that doesn't involve you. And unfortunately, that can put you in a position of being stuck, because then you have to sort through everyone else's stuff before you can get to you. Honestly, that's what it's about. So where you've been out of balance, there are going to be some shifts. Now, the following week is where I feel that there's going to be even a greater value. But because Mama Venus is involved with what is going on here, and when we get towards the energy of the eclipse on Tuesday, what is not in balance for either Libra or Taurus, honestly, or relationships in general, must be put back into balance with that Moon Pisces. So if something's been funky for a Libra, that eclipse is going to shift it. It's going to shift everything for everyone, but you guys have a direct imprint on what that value is going to look like. I'm not necessarily concerned. It's just going to be one of those weeks for Libra to just sort of modify. And because you're going from value of resources to value of yourself, you're going to know exactly what to do with this energy. Now, I'm being asked to clarify, obviously, you, Two of Swords in the upright. Ooh, feeling as though you didn't have enough information. Oh, about your commitments to self also is what that looks like. And Spirit said there has to be a little bit more energy. So Mercury, I think, shifting, or where it shifted, being into Virgo sort of just like threw you off. It started to put you back into balance, because you started to get hit back and forth during this Virgo season about what is it that's most important to me and the way that I'm communicating it. But what's happening is you're making a decision, or you've been affected where you're not going backwards. And this is what the universe is, this is what the universe is giving you. Like I said, you're going to get that spark that's going to help shift and move you. And so anything that's been funky is leaving. And internal conversation to self is sort of where things are going. I do think there's possibly a little bit more work that needs to be done. That's going to be identified. New resources, new people, new whatever the situation happens to be. Give it to the following week if you're having a problem now, or double check and merge your sun, your moon, and your rising together. But I can tell you that there's been a lot of signs. Aries and Libra has been getting their butts kicked all year, okay, for different reasons. This week, this is the universe trying to put you back into your power move, and this is the energy of Sun Virgo. So Virgo's like, see ya. It's hilarious. Is there anything else I need to clarify? Yes, they want me to clarify the Knight of Cups. Interesting. You guys are changing the directive here. They said that's okay. Knight of Cups energy. So when we think about the Knight of Cups, we are thinking about kind information that's coming towards us. We are thinking about the energy of, and this is why I'm bringing it up, Scorpio. You're thinking about the energy of doing the deep dives and knowing exactly what the truth of the matter is. So you might want to take a look at where Scorpio is in your own personal chart. or planet Pluto, and of course Mars, because you have to look at the ancient and the modern. So if you know your chart, you know exactly where you're going, what's meaningful to you. Knight of Cups energy, Cancerian energy. I said Scorpio because they said say Scorpio, but it obviously is Cancerian energy. Carrying energy, like what's been going on, like where you at, like what's happening. And then here we go. Neptune, Pluto, bringing you back towards the energy of this Two of Wands. These are the choices that you get to make. So there's a conversation that's coming to you. It's trustworthy, caring in energy. The Hangman in the reverse position means whatever it is that you were waiting for is showing up. That is what is allowing you to move in towards this new direction. And then the Two of Wands energy that we have is really talking to us about that Aries energy. But you are going to be able to move into a new direction. Now, here's my favorite thing about the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands says it doesn't matter which direction you go into. Spirit has blessed both paths. Do the one that most feels caring and comforting to you. Just make sure, though, if you've been isolated for some sort of a reason, that you're taking that into consideration so that you can get unstuck, if that makes any sense. Okay. Is there anything else? Anything else? No. There's going to be new conversations that's going to show up for you. That's going to help take you to the next level. Okay. We're going to go in with your energy cards alone. Make sure that you're looking at the daily transits to help track this information for your sun, your moon, your rising. You can go here and take a look at each of the other energy pieces that I put together. And then finally, if you want to book a personal reading with me, then you can go down to the description box. It'll take you right to my website, and then you will be able to book in a personal session that is most appropriate for you. Oh my God, look at that. Hang in there. Hang in there, because contract energy, Libra energy, balance energy is here. This is what's showing up for you this week. Now, this can also mean that there will be some sort of an increase in a current contract that you have. The Healer of the Ages card coming in, making sure that you are understanding that you are going to need to maybe go in a little bit more. Talk to your peoples, okay, so that they can assist you. But this is what the universe is doing. Ultimately, is bringing you toward the door of happiness and health. Also, personal healing. If you are a healer as a Libra, there's also a upgrade that is likely available for you to speak to your teams about receiving and integrating, okay? It's what you need, and it will help you help other people, is what I'm being told to share with you. So there will be a lot more energy for Libra that shows up this upcoming week, the week of the 23rd. Call on Archangel Michael if you need any assistance. All right, that is what I have for my Libra. So we're going to move on to our Scorps, and our Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah, you guys are going to have some shifts and changes as well. Don't necessarily like Mama Venus in your camp, but guess what's going to happen this weekend? So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, we are still focused on the energy of resources, dollars, your physical body. We are looking at the energy of what is taking place in the value that you are placing on your bank, or the values of lots of different sorts. With Mama Venus hanging out in Libra, and no planets in your particular sign, it leaves you a little bit more free to do the things that you need to be able to do to fulfill that level of achievement. So let's just see what this looks like for you here this week. When Mama Venus moves into Scorpio, that's going to change some things. So that doesn't take place until Sunday, however. First card out, Major Arcana, is Temperance in the reverse position. The next two cards are coming together in the sideways position. So we have the energy of the Five of Cups, and we have Leo energy, which in this original deck is titled Lust, and it also is the Libra card. So if you guys know anything about the origins of tarot, the energy of 8 and 11 were switched. Okay. So let's not get that twisted, but if you're following numerologically, then you need to know that information. What else do we have? So we've got 2 major arcanas for our Scorpios. Something completely out of balance. We've been very, very frustrated with the Temperance card in the reverse position, and they're going to fix it for you this week is what the universe is saying. You have the 9 of Swords in reverse, which is beautiful, which means that there's this level of excitement of at least feeling free. And then the Star card, whoopsies, on the back end. So you have major arcanas on the front and the back end, both in reverse, which means you're going through a shift right now. The Star card on the back end of this week is just meaning that there's healing that's coming for Scorpios. Now, the energy that is here, this 5 of Cups, this disappointment, having to let something go, but necessarily understanding that in order to get what you want, you have to let something go, even if it might be a little bit disappointing. And now they're using the word lust. Are you caring about one thing over sense of, and because we're talking about second house activation energy for you, something is out of balance and we're caring about one thing more than we're giving it value for the whole energy. Okay, how's another way for me to say that? Because I know what I'm trying to say, it's just not coming out in English. You have to balance something that you've been overly energized in as a potential instead of looking at the whole group or the whole picture. Now, if you're in a relationship, this will obviously be your partner or potentially kids or whatever the case may be. If you're single, the universe is saying if you want that over there, you have to make sure that you're being balanced in some actions. Now, even though and this is what you're actively in right now, the cards that are sideways for me tell me where you're currently at. So you're healing something, and you're healing from something that you might have spent a little bit too much time on, maybe spent a little too much money on. Maybe your balance, your physical body is also out of balance. Your Mo and your Joe are just not connected. So when you have fire and water mixed together, that's this in modern version. Okay, we know what the sulfur and everything else is here with the actual, but it's the recognition that something is out of balance, which is the key for me here, that Mars energy, but that Scorpio is you. It's that Mars Scorpio is the 5 of Cups, but being able to see beyond the BS and going, okay, I got to get it together and I got to bring myself up to the next level. That's what this is about. Okay. And you do it because this 9 of Swords in the reverse position is feeling that anxiety be released from you and lifted from you because now you know what's what. And even though the Star card is in the reverse position, it does mean that there's healing, but it also means that there's more. So if we're going from the 5 of Cups and we're healing that and the Star card comes in, almost to me, it's almost like you get double aces on the front and the back. You go to the 6 of Cups. If you want to think about that, the 10 of Swords, dropping something that's just been a little bit cray for you in your world. Now, the trine energy that showed up between Cancer and it was the other day, the trine that showed up here with Cancer and what was going on with Pisces did also affect you. Okay, anytime there's a major shift that takes place in one water sign, all the other water signs get it, and that's going to continue to be a little bit of the push for the reason for the healing this week. That Mars Cancer is affecting you a little bit more than I think you know about, but it's positive for you. And that shifts a little bit, like I said, this week. So you, not negative, just be aware of it. The days that you're probably going to want to pay attention to, Scorpio, is probably going to be where you have energy in Wednesday. Wednesdays could be a little bit sketch for you. Doesn't have to be, because Mars is going to be pushing, it's going to like push things forward again for people on that Wednesday. Again, all for the greater good. The other day of the week that could be a tad touch bit challenging could be Friday. And the only reason I bring that up, and it will be early in the morning, so just make sure you schedule your appointments and things until the afternoon, is because there is a opposition that's taking place within the Neptune Pisces. And so all the water signs getting together. It's the final time that Virgo gets to tell you what is not in alignment, okay, before it rolls out into the Sun Libra this upcoming Sunday. Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, I beg your pardon, underneath the Trump card, which is the Sagittarius Major Arcana. Your money is not right. There's something that needs to be healed, and that's what's going on. So all fives on the board here, Five of Cups, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. The universe is letting you know that something is not correct with your money. Now, what's not correct is going to be corrected as long as you're paying attention to the signs and the signals, which, according to this, makes it appear as though you do get it. You know that there's something that's not necessarily 100% going on here. Okay. You want me to clarify the middle as well? Yes. Okay. So we're going to clarify the Lust card, the Leo, the Strength card. In this deck, it is the 11th card, but let's see what else we have for numerology purposes. 555, major change. What's going on here? Okay. Tower. In reverse, Mars. That is you. Ancient ruler, modern ruler. Remember, Mars and Pluto both have rulership over Scorpio. So the ancient ruler is Mars. Okay. Modern is Pluto. Whoa. Okay. This is about potentially, and there it is again, Aries, Mars energy. Mars, let's go. All right. So let's get back to that strong conviction and passion. It sometimes can be argumentative. That's why that Mars in Cancer is just uncomfortable, because it's quarrel energy is what it is. Yeah, we're going to help you this week get your money right. So you go from the Five of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. This is where the universe is helping to take you. Okay. Let's go to the Star card. Yes. All right, here we go. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I love my job because you can't make this shit up. You just can't. 9 of Cups in the upright. Okay. And the card that's being shifted is this Four of Swords. That's resting energy. That means slow down. We're also talking to you in your dreams. That is why I'm saying that the Neptune and Pisces that shows up needs to be paid attention to, because you need to go into meditation. You need to get a reading. You need to do whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself organized to receive another juicy bit of information that Spirit wants to be able to give to you. You have a couple of times this week that is going to take place. Tuesday itself, yeah, we're going to show you how to drop this burden. That's what's going on here. So you have time, a couple times this week where that's going to take place and be very supportive for you. It's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday will be the final piece of information. If you like to write things down and recognize energy that way, they're giving you a few days in a row. So please make sure that you take rest, communion with Spirit here to get the last of the messages that you need to be able to get, Scorpio. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Pay attention to your sun, moon, rising. Yeah. Okay. Let's go in with your energy cards to see if there's a different way to explain it, a different way that we can share it. Okay. Action is needed, Mars. Yes. So they are going, I literally love my job. You can't mess this up. Angel of Strength in the reverse position. We are going to bring back into balance things that have not been in balance, and we're going to close the gap on too many potentials. So we're going to streamline something that has been way out here as far as your thought process. We're going to put you back into alignment. We're going to make you focus on 1, 2, and 3 instead of all the things. That is actually a very beautiful thing. The other thing that I'm being told to share, and I believe I said this today in today's daily, water signs so quick to absorb everyone's energy. It's better to be far away and observe it and don't absorb it. So please put your protections up as much as you possibly can, because a lot of the things that could be absorbed by you have literally nothing to do with you. So make sure that you're calling your power back so that you don't get sucked into one of those types of situations. At the end of the day, bottom line, net, if Scorpio is having problems with money, universe is fixing it, or at least the way that you're appreciating it or valuing it, or whatever the case may be. There are some gains, there's some growth forward for you this week. Okay, get your rest and you're going to be able to understand the signals. Okay, we are going to move on to our Sagittarius. Communication. Sagittarius, you guys have been third house of communication. Again, late last week, this past weekend, and the beginning of this week, you guys had to do a lot of stop-start. All fire signs did. But especially you, because of all the shenanigans that has been taking place with Jupiter in Gemini. So your ruler has been hanging out with a sister mutable sign, causing all kind of kerfluffles. At the same time, Virgo, the other mutable, and Pisces have been arguing. Do you understand? You did not have it easy anyway. There's no way that you could have had it easy. So that 100% was going to affect your communication. And that's, again, the focus that you need to be focusing on this week. Communication. Information coming into you. Some of it you won't be able to control because it may have some things to do with family members, but communication at its highest is what it is that the focal point will be for you as far as these activations. Meaning in the collective, if you know very clearly where things are at from degree point in your own birth chart, then you're going to get a lot out of that. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising coming up for you guys this week from the collective perspective. Yeah, I know. Whee! I'm so excited to get ready to go and do this thing. I'm going to reshuffle this one because I was laughing too much, not paying attention. We're so excited at these new opportunities, and we can see it. We can feel the magic. And there it is, Ace of Cups. I like the Ace of Cups even better than the Ace of Pentacles because it will restore all areas of your life. Mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. The Ace of Cups is going to be able to come in and support what's happening. So you have the Princess of Wands, the Ace of Cups coming in this week. That Piscean energy coming in. Oh my God. Then you have the Hangman, Neptune, Pisces coming in. Okay. And the last couple of cards here. Thank you. You guys have just been, it's so hilarious. Okay, a few cards in the sideways, which validates like everything I've been saying. 3 cards. The 5 of Wands, competition. The 2 of Wands, facing the competition but making a positive decision. And then the 7 of Pentacles, evaluating all the options that you have. And the only person that's being necessarily hurt with some of this could be you if you aren't making some decisions for yourself. Okay, so the last card we have is the 6 of Cups in reverse. If it's not suiting you, but also because this is third house, this could be communication that you don't initiate. You just need to be prepared this week that there could be a little bit additional information that's coming. Stand your ground because this is where you're at. Do not let this go. This is your power pellet of the week, okay? Now, you are going to hear some new information this week, so when the energy of the Hangman comes in, you are being asked to slow down just a little bit, and again, slow down in order to speed up, and listen to what Spirit is trying to share with you, okay? Neptune energy very clearly could be important in your own personal birth chart. Neptune is going to be doing a few different oddball things this week, again, in Pisces. And so you're going to want to pay attention to possibly Wednesday for that. Now, as far as the 7 of Pentacles, the Saturn Taurus, yeah, that's coming up this week. The Moon Taurus energy in its exalted position shows up this weekend. It will have a yank with Saturn, but not negatively on Saturday. So they're pointing me to you in the direction of Saturday could be one of the better days for you because the moon exalted in Taurus is beautiful, and the sextile that comes in, which is why this is sideways, neither good nor bad, whatever it is that needs to be flushed out is coming this probably Saturday. So the Mars energy coming in with Aries, supportive. You can't make a wrong determination here. It might be a little bit, you got to get your point across and just do what you need to do. But you've sat down and you've had conversation about what this looks like. You might be making a decision that maybe family doesn't necessarily appreciate. And just saying, that literally is what the astrology is saying. That's literally what the cards are saying as well. Which do you want me to clarify? We are going to clarify the Hangman, and we're also going to clarify the Six of Cups at the end, because that's what they said. So that's what we're going to do. You may have knowledge of some of this also, especially if it's family members. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You may be... You can't let other people run your life. You just can't. Give me some information on this Hangman energy that's sitting here for our Sagittarius friends, please. All right. Moon card. You know what you need to do. Lover's card. It may not be other people's choice, right? There will be some potential disagreement. And Seven of Wands in the reverse position is letting go of the defenses, usually. Or it can be at its worst angle, letting someone step all over you, which I don't see happening at all, which is why you need the benefit of the energy of that Saturn coming in. If someone's been on your butt a little bit about choices and options and things of that nature, and you have to do it my way and you have to listen, it's one of those kind of, that's exactly what's going on. That's what Spirit says. There's nothing wrong with entertaining their thought process, but if you don't align with it, I tell people, if you can't align with it, make sure that you're giving it time. Put a date on the board where you can go back to it, but don't make a decision if you feel like you're being rushed into it. And literally what I was saying shows up. Six of Cups in the reverse position. The Devil, Capricorn, work value energies. Someone is concerned about maybe what it is that you want to do or move on to as far as work or relationships or the way that your resources are being managed. That's none of their business. The universe is like, no, you need to do you. So the Six of Cups, on the Six of Cups, it's I'm being validated. Slow down, think about it, consider it. But if you already know what it is that you want to do, don't let yourself get talked out of it. Period. You don't necessarily have to argue with people, although you can. Gentle ribbing, other things like that comes into place. But what's best for you is what's best for you. And as soon as you realize that you're going to be free to releasing yourself from other people's energies, other people's expectations, then you're going to be in a better position to do the next things that are going to be for you. Now, they do want me to clarify the Moon in the reverse. They want me to clarify who this lover is, just because someone's asking. The Lovers doesn't necessarily just have to be lovers. It could be anyone that you have a disagreement, and it's a strong disagreement is what that is, okay? All right, what's going on with the Lovers? Oh, the Hierophant. Work energy, potentially school energy. Two of Coins, deciding to let this go, and someone's like, no, you can't. You're making a mistake. And one more time for the people in the back row. You aren't giving two F's about it. Nope. I got to do what I got to do. I'm going to listen to you. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do what's most important for me. I say, oh my God, in the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. Stand up for yourself. Do not let anyone take over your thought process. Money and jobs will continue to come and go. But you have to be happy with what it is that you're going to do. And so the universe wants you to continue to be excited as well. So I hope that you are in alignment. Watch out for those days this week with the daily astrology. I'm going to pull your energy oracles just to see if there's anything different that they want to share. Is there a different way for me to explain it? At the end of the day, I think you're making the right decision from what it is that I can see here. Because you've completed a cycle for where you're at, and it's time for you to move on. But the energy oracle cards are saying, oh, okay, that's way over there. Sorry, I was looking for my water. What do we got going on here for our Sagittarius? Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. Caring connections are going to have conversations with you about financial matters and what the right direction is to go. I love my job. Listen, you need to make sure that you're sticking to your own guns, period. Now, if you need to have a clarify, if you want to go down, take a look at the other readings for your sun, moon, rising. And of course, I'm always open to book and assist where I can assist with happiness and joy. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our Aquarius. No, Capricorn's next. Capricorn is next. Capricorn is next. Ooh, Capricornius. Okay. Capricorns are again in the energy of the fourth house, which is all about home. It's all about hearth. It's all about the things that make you physically comfortable. It is the energy of family, but it more so than anything else is about your environment. Now, your environment, if you're not married or if you're single, your environment very much is going to be either school or work. Okay. But it 100% is environment. And 99% of the time it's family, but it's that other 1% that we have to be able to satisfy as well. The environment can be your physical house, but it can also be your area. It can be your city. It could be your town, any of those different types of things. So paying attention to what's going on in your environment around you is the key critical thing. Again, this week showing up for Capricorn. Let's see what we have. Coming out of the moon Capricorn last week. Ooh, first card here is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position, meaning you've made a positive financial decision. You let go of something that could have been very stressful for you. Four of Swords energy, getting enough rest. You're going to need to do that, or you're going to need to make a decision to just tell someone, let's just agree to disagree in order to get over the argument. This is the Ten of Wands. There are another couple of cards that are in here, but I will tell you this, you definitely want to pay attention to where the opposition is taking place with Cancer, and it's been a little challenging. There was an opposition that showed up this past weekend. We don't like that. It started to form a grand cross, and we're going to have a grand square that shows up this week, Cancer. These in Capricorn. I'll show it to you more on the daily when we get to that point. But as far as things specifically in transit for you this week, there isn't too much. It's kind of getting through the energy that was taking place last week for you. What I do feel is though you're probably waiting for something, but here's what the universe is saying. What it is, there's more conversation coming in, but with the universe card in the reverse position, you are going to need to wait a little bit. That is you. So you came into your own reading, planet Saturn, aka in this card, it's the universe Saturn. Saturn is going to have some very interesting conversations this week. What I feel is that there's this chasing energy that's around you just a little bit. You've made a decision. So if you've made a decision for yourself, or you will be making a decision for yourself, which balances potentially what's going on in home. Because again, what's going to activate for you in the collective is going to be the home space. Of course, you're going to know what values it is if your sun, your moon, your rising in your own personal chart. But if you're looking at the environment, there is going to be a need for you to rest a little bit. And because Jupiter and Jupiter and Venus, that's the energy of this card right here, Jupiter and Venus. How do we expand something to be balanced? Well, sometimes we have to agree to disagree, and sometimes we need to ohm it out. In other words, I don't have enough information, but I'm stressing myself out about it, about the next step. And the universe is like, be quiet and go within, okay, in your environment. That is where Saturn comes in here again. So this is the Ten of Wands energy, the Saturn energy against Sagittarius. Stop running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Stop it. Knock it off. Cut it out. That is what this is trying to tell you this week. So if you can get to a place where you can be quiet and stop the interference that you have going on with different conversations, the right conversation is going to show up for you. The Eight of Wands is positive. It means that there's fast incoming communication between the energies of Mercury and Sagittarius. It's usually very positive, but you're not going to feel it, see it, or hear it if you keep being scattered. And when you be still, okay, that is when we're going to share with you the next potential that's going to show up for home energy. Now, I will do my best, but I do feel that there's something that you're chasing. Like you want something else. It's already on your thought process. You are ready to rock and roll something else out. But the problem is your battery is a little bit worn out, I feel. Okay? I think your battery is a little bit low. And in order for you to feel happy, you need to recharge that battery. So you're going to have to stop whatever it is that is creating this feeling of oppression in your environment. Okay? And again, that's going to be different based upon who is receiving this message today. However, let's go ahead and clarify. I want to know what the oppression is, because the universe is telling you twice you're on the right track, because you're going to release something that no longer serves you, but it's whatever it is, it's knocking you like punching you in the gut a little bit. Okay. And anytime you go through emotional shifts like that, it's a big deal, which is why I'm telling you to pay attention to what's going on in the opposition of Cancer, because the opposition energy that's been showing up has just been yanking you back and forth like this within, the different shifts. Now, Pluto being back in your environment and in your sign for the next little bit is softening. What's the better word to use there? Is clarifying vigilantly what those things are for yourself. But let's clarify this 10 of Wands for our Capricorns. And let's see what else we have going on. Saturn is going to be doing some weird things on Tuesday, which is the night of the full moon eclipse. It's going to be having an opposition with Moon Pisces, which is literally slow down in order to speed up, okay, for you specifically, just so that you can track that. You have that opposition on Wednesday that's going to come in with Mercury, okay? All right, here is what we have on, here's what we have on the 10 of Wands. Is there a third? Oh, I messed that up. No, there's 3. I only got down 2. So on Wednesday, you also have the opposition with Mercury and Virgo, okay, which is not, it's going to yank you. It's going to tell you what it is that you need to know. That's the truth. That's the energy of you don't know what you don't know. And here's what they're saying. We want you to pay attention. We want you to be still, okay? We want to share some information with you, okay? This is the universe. This is you. You think everything's good, and that's great. We have something else you need to know about. Ace of Wands energy. It's a power move. It's a power pellet of the universe, okay? Therefore, be quiet. Be still. Let's take a look at this universe in the reverse position for you guys. And so you're going to want to pay attention to that. The other day, I think, of the week that could be important for you guys to note. Obviously, Tuesday is going to be important for everybody. But the other day that's going to be important for you guys to note, I think, is probably going to be, again, on Friday. Yep, there's another opposition that's coming in. And then I think things sort of clean themselves up a little bit on Saturday. Yeah. Sunday for sure. So you're going to have an up and down sort of an energy week. But the universe is like, be quiet, and we're going to show you what to do. Okay? Universe in reverse, world in reverse, Saturn in reverse, Capricorn in reverse. Not feeling stable or having something to do with an environmental concern for you. It could involve long-term plans, could involve money and different resources. It could have something to do with getting going on a project or something else like that. Queen of Wands energy is Aries energy. It's the same energy as the Tower. It is Mars, okay? And then you end up with the 3 of Wands. We just need for you just to chill this week is what the universe is saying, so that we can tell you how to support yourself doing the thing. So I would say this. If you have a plan this week and if you're getting hammered to have a decision made this week and you're not feeling it, tell them no. Put a pin in it and then start approaching it maybe a little bit later in the following week. Okay. Unless the communication is super delicious for you and it's something that you cannot, something that you just absolutely have to do, I would say you're probably better off waiting for the next week. But if you can wait this week, it's going to be super beneficial coming up for you. Okay, because this is what the universe is trying to do. Balance something out in your physical world that's draining you. Okay, so give that the energy that it deserves and needs for this upcoming week. But yeah, I can just feel Capricorns are just tired. You're worn out. Your Mo and your Joe might be in the right direction, but you're very tired. Yeah, a lot of extra energy being spent in different places. Let's see what the oracles have to say for you. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. And what they're saying this is for you about, yep. Where did it all go? Where's it all going? Where's the next thing? How come I can't keep my bucket full as a potential? And why am I so angry? And what's making me so upset? Now, the Door to Romance card can be your actual committed partner. Again, if we're talking about environment of home, it would be your husband or boyfriend or somebody like that. But even if it's not, the energy around the concern is going to be someone that might be having a concern also with their relationship. Again, if you're single, ready to mingle, and this is not in your home, this will have carryover for work, or anywhere else that there could be something that's going on. However, like I said, this is what's happening. It's saying the same thing. Our cup is empty because we've been dealing with trying to balance out something that's in our head space, and I'm going to give it to you that versus what's in our heart space. Ultimately, this is not happiness. So the universe wants you to just relax a little bit this week so that they can share with you the next steps upcoming. That's what I got. It's very simple to be able to attribute that. Do look at the daily transits for more information. You still have grand trines that are showing up this week, so it is going to be like that. That's where this positive energy is going to come in. Oh, this positive energy, excuse me, is going to come in this week. But you do need to pay attention to the developing oppositions that we'll talk about, because there's a grand square. A lot of very unique alignments showing up as of late in these heavens. But of course, we're here to break it all down for you. Pay attention to the dailies, pay attention to your sun, moon, risings, and look at the links in the description box below if you want to do a personal booking in session with me to take this down to the next level, okay, in your own personal energy. All right, Capricorns, we have concluded. We're going to move on to our Aquas here and getting our Aquarius all ready for the next steps here. Let's see what we have going on for you guys, Aquarius. Woo! That Aquarius moon energy was important. The grand trine that created the other day between all of the air signs was critical, and it was needed. Because it shifted the energy enough. What was that? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have to remember the details of when I said it on the daily, but it was important. Now, Monday could have been a little bit challenging for you, meaning today, Monday, because of the square that's coming in with your rulership, but the rulership was a little bit void. Although you probably felt, it doesn't mean nothing happens, it's just less impactful. However, that energy was necessary and it was needed last week. For you guys this week, you're going to want to go to the rulership. You're going to want to see what Uranus is doing. We know that it's hanging out in Taurus. We know that that's where it's at. But you are going to want to take a look at the different angles and the transits that it's doing this week, because even though it's in retrograde, as I've stated a few different times, it still carries value with where it is that we are putting our thought processes for the next steps. Okay. So the Uranus and Taurus energy is going to pop up a few different times this week. Thank you. Oh, that's good. Yep. One more. Okay. Uranus and Taurus is going to pop up this week a couple of different times. But the other thing that's going to be very open-ended and happiness and supportive for you is the fact that the sun moves into Libra on Sunday. So the air signs get together, okay, because the moon will be in Gemini. So there's going to be an air sign party coming up this weekend and into next week. Thank you. That makes sense to me. Where some things are at in the conversation from Spirit is going to be where things need to be rebalanced out. But Uranus and Taurus is going to be affected also. Sunday's just going to be a very important day for Aquarius. Saturday, Sunday. The other day that's going to be important for you this upcoming week, Thursday. Thursday's going to be an important day for you. There's some alignments that are going on with Libra and also Gemini that will have some bearing on you. But because the energy for you guys is, again, in the energy of the 5th house, which is joy, pleasure, family, children, it's going to be multifaceted again for you this week. But it is about you trying to focus on those things that are most important to you and ironing out disagreements, honestly, is what we're going to be talking about. 4 of Wands, even though it looks like the wheel, it's not. This is the 4 of Wands. This is completing a cycle. Now, in the 4 of Wands, now someone said, prove it. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's some uncomfortable energy in the home space. High Priestess in the reverse position is trying to get you to pay attention to what's uncomfortable in the home space. The universe is like, you don't have maybe enough information to make a different decision about something right now. 2 of Swords energy. But we're going to get your attention and we're going to help you release that which does not serve you this week. And the last card came out again is the World card, which is going to represent you just as much as Uranus does Saturn, the world, okay? For me, it's going to be more so Uranus, but I guess obviously pay attention to the things that Saturn is doing. They're both having the same conversation, just in different ways. So let's just break it down this way. Saturn is going to be paying attention to the level of work energy that you're putting into your 5th house collective. You're going to know if you're Sun, Moon, Rising, Aquarius, what house that happens to sit in for you personally. So it's just extra information. But the energy of Saturn paying attention and doing its different dances this week with both Neptune and Neptune's going to have a big part of it because of the Piscean energy. Yep. So there's Monday, Wednesday of this week, which could be a little bit wonkified. Friday, there's a big opposition that shows up on those days as far as Saturn is concerned, okay? Every single day this week is going to be very interesting for you because of one of those alignments, but it doesn't have to break you. At the end of the day, what the universe is saying is, let's hold your peace as best you possibly can this week, okay? I said this earlier. I think I said it on Sunday. Air signs need to talk nicely to people as best as you possibly can, because it was going to be really thick, okay? All right, let's do this. Let's go and clarify the High Priestess for sure. And let's see what else we can bring in here with the 5th house changes and shifts that the universe wants to talk to us about. So we'll just move these 2 up and we'll focus on these. But there's some uncomfortable values somewhere in that 5th house. Uncomfortableness. All right. High Priestess for Aquarius. She's in the reverse position. Okay. We have the 6 of Wands. Ooh! Oh, merciful heavens, and the 6 of Swords in opposite directions. Merciful heavens. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Boom! 3 of Cups. Relationships are falling out of values. Okay. So this is what the universe wants to talk about. Bottom of this deck is the World card. Okay. Let's go take a look at the universe. 4 of Swords. Rest. Truce. Don't have enough information. Sun card coming up though. Oh, for the love of Mike and all that is holy. The lovers. So if there is a situation of you, Aquarius, if this resonates with Aquarius that are married, or we have some uncomfortable situations going on in the home with maybe an older child, those tweeny bops. Just saying. We're on the 3rd one right now. The other two are now in college. That can be challenging. So it doesn't necessarily have to be your spouse, but it will have something to do with an argument that could potentially be very strongly taking place this week. And again, I said it in the daily today, it is going to be up and down because our thought processes about things are going to shift based on the nature of everyone else around us going through some shenanigans potentially. So this is going to be an up and down sort of work week, but or week for you. But what the universe is saying is that you're more than likely going to make the right decision, especially if you're trying to counsel somebody else that's in your home that's making an incorrect decision in your opinion. Okay. The healing that's going to be required, the Sun card having more power than anything else in the entire deck, is going to let you know that whatever the challenge is that you need to get a little bit more clarification on in your dream time about where this discontented energy is what's going to be supported. So this is going to be an important week for all of us. But Aquarius, clearly this is one of those weeks where you're going to have to just roll with the homies. But I do feel that one of the sparks that's going to show up for you guys this week is going to be probably the energy of Thursday is going to be more positive for other people. It might be the kick in the butt that you need to get the weekend rolling with the other pieces of information that come through. I don't find anything negative because, again, at the end of the day, what the main energy was, you are definitely going to be making the final decision that shows up where you may not have enough information at this moment. You're going to get through that this week. So just be mindful that the universe has your back. Let us pull your energy oracle cards and let's see what the energy oracles want to share with our Aquarius. Sun, moon, and rising hanging out there in the 5th house of activations here. Let's see what else we have here in the energy oracles alone for Aquarius. Oh my God. Just wait a minute, universe. We're not done yet. Something else needs to be balanced out. Now, it is the angel of love. So this could have some very big, is there more? No. I'm going to just put it to you like this. Whatever is going to get hammered out, I'm just going to straight up tell you, whatever is going to be hammered out this week that you are going to be instrumental in supporting yourself with is getting rid of or supporting someone else in releasing any jealousy. I'm telling you, that's what it's going to be this week. You have to have this conversation in order to lay the foundation and the groundwork for what's getting ready to show up next. And so say your piece and count to 3. Just do it as nicely as you possibly can. You will come out at the end of the day. And good luck if it happens to be a boyfriend, committed partner, or a child in your home that's driving you crazy. Okay? We are going to go ahead and move on to our Pisces. All right. Pisces. Okay. Well now, how you guys doing? Are you excited for the show that's going to be taking place on Tuesday? So much emphasis being put on awakening. And of course, Pisces, you know, 12th house is the house of our spirituality. It is the house of our intuition. It is the house of our dreams. It is the house of super, super, super deep, dark energy that we, subconscious energy and, other pieces of information we may not necessarily want to share with other people. But this Pisces full moon on its own is going to force all that stuff to come up for people. And then we have the lunar eclipse in your sign, which means that there is a really good opportunity that you can really be seeing yourself in a good way because you will have had these triggers show up for you earlier on, especially this past 2 months. Okay, for sure. So let's take a look at what the universe wants to be able to share with you. And North Node, South Node, you've heard me say it 17 ways from Sunday. That'll be a huge focal point for a lot of people. So awakening of lots of different things taking place here for people. Okay. Yep. And do we want this last? No, they said not relevant, but they want that one. Okay. Thank you. My friends, this is going to be a tremendously good week. 2 major arcanas here. 5 of, let me double check. 5 of Swords in the reverse position. Clarity coming for you. And obviously Virgo opposing you, forcing everything to come towards the middle point is there. You may not like what you have to be able to do with the 6 of Cups in the reverse position, but it's what you understand is going to be necessary. That's what puts you back into balance. Libra energy, adjusting those things that need to take place. You're literally in the zone for this week. You are the epitome of how this whole entire week and then different shifts and changes are coming in, owning the fact that there's a little bit more extra. You got to come out of the rafters sometimes, Pisces, and you got to get the work done. When you care for something, you will break it out like nobody's business. But sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do in order to get to that next place. Prince of Cups coming in here and very gorgeous energy. So this whole week is going to be supporting you. And then the final card is Cancer. You are 100% going in the right direction here, Pisces. But we are going to clarify what is going on and where you are going. Because twice here, the universe is like, you got to do sometimes the things that you don't want to do. Don't feel defeated about it. Own the energy of, let me just get this project done. And then I can go back to what it is that I want to do. So if you'll think about that mindset, that will be a little bit more supportive for you. Every single day, there is something going on with your sign, okay? We're going to have 2 days in a row of where the moon, Pisces, is going to be opposing Tuesday, Wednesday, where it's going to be opposing what's going on in Virgoville, period, and a discussion. So those 2 days could be a little bit challenging about having to do and pull yourself up from your bootstraps about things you don't want to do. The other days that are going to come in here is going to be the Neptune energy that shows up on Saturday. There's going to be an alignment that shows up with Libra on that day. So that'll be an important day for you to think about. Yeah, you've got another opposition that shows up on Friday too. But that's more the Neptunian energy. Well, again, you've got it 3 days this week. I mean, you're just going to have it a lot. Virgo's going to kick your butt and make you do stuff you don't want to do 3 times this week. But it's not negative. It's here to assist you, okay? Vis-a-vis the Cancer card showing up. What do we have under the Libra card? Okay, because that's going to be an alignment that's going to show up. Libra, Sun. We go into Libra season this week also on Sunday. You have a positive alignment on that Sunday in the early morning with Taurus moon. Here we go. Libra, where you had the 6 of Cups in the reverse position, the Libra card gives it back to you. We're going to balance this out. You don't want to do it, but what we're doing is helping you. Okay? There might be something you forgot. There might have been something that you neglected. There might have been something you didn't think was important. There might have been something that just escaped you for a minute. There are also other people that are available to assist you in the process as well to get this going in the right direction. Okay? So whatever is required, you are going to receive the assistance that you need this week. Let's talk about the Chariot card. Let's talk about the Cancerian. I would look at the daily transits and we'll pay attention to what alignments might be showing up for you. I'm not off the top of my head thinking that there is another alignment. Is there another alignment with Cancer? I'd have to look at the dailies. Just because Chariot, Cancer, right? Mars is also in Cancer, and so one of the things that happens is that we get aggravated. I've been saying that a lot too, because I'm just going at this defeat card here. Oh, would you look at that? My Piscean friends. So there's going to be a decision that comes up for you here. We have the 2 of Cups, and we have the Star card, and we have the 7 of Cups. So there's going to be I'll put it to you like this. When you make the decision, okay, and this is going to involve work. So there's a potential work opportunity, or there's an achievement that could be received by you this week because it's yours and you deserve it. You're going to make a decision. So I'll put these down so you can see it. Two of Cups, even though it's in the reverse position, it's not bad. I'm going to tell you why. Because with it sitting here in between the Star card and the Seven of Pentacles, whatever it is that you're about ready to do when it comes to work, maybe, let's just use an example of you put your resume out there to like, I don't know, 4 people. The first one never called you back. The second one straight up told you no. That's fine. At least you're eliminating things so that you can focus on the other 2. That's what they want you to get out of this. But the Cancerian card is like, we're going to take care of you when it comes to the energy of work or employment or something that's very specific that is required for you. It may not be it may not be easy. It may not be perfectly easy, but it 100% is going to be balanced. And there is a destination here. So the universe is clearing the path. Okay. You may have to go over some speed bumps, but you are going to get what it is that you need. So there is some information that's coming towards you this week that you're going to be able to trust with an opportunity, an option, or something like that. Now, the 12th house, your rulership of the 12th house, right? The 6th house energy being there, literally you are the culmination with Pisces 6th house energy. Balancing, gotta do it, want to do it. You are literally in that whole space this entire week, but it's not negative, okay? Clarify what? Okay, so we're going to clarify the Devil card here. Achievements. The highest aspect of the Devil is the achievements. Capricorns will kill themselves to get something done. You don't have to do the same thing, but that's one of their better qualities is you can count on a Capricorn to get the job done. Okay, they're going to get the job done. They might annoy you to death, but they will get the job done. Okay, what are we clarifying for Pisces with regards to Capricorn Devil? Oh, the Strength card. Yay, nothing but major arcana for you. Leo energy. 5 of Cups in reverse. We're healing. Okay, we're gotten past something, which means that there is a gain when the 5 of Cups shows up. Oh my gosh. And what we have here is the 10 of Pentacles. So there is some sort of a job opportunity or a resource that's going to be given to you. If it's not a job, there's going to be pointing you in the right direction of a job, but the universe also gives you the 3 of Cups. So you're getting that job, Pisces. Or an opportunity or a resource, and it's well earned. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to pull these energy oracle cards out because this is why I like doing what I do. If you don't understand astrology, hopefully I make it easier for you to understand when we're looking at the cards and how they relate to the transits and sort of how you can start to pick up on some of these different things for learning. Second chakra. That is our... That's our womb. That's our sacral chakra. That's where our willpower comes from, which is what has been stressing you out. And journey. So this is what you have. Letting go of the anxiety that's around and going on your journey. This is just willpower energy, sacral chakra, the womb center, creativity. What'll happen for you, especially when we talked about it at the very beginning, if you saw the very beginning, is all of us are going to be sparked into some level of relationship, root chakra, where monies and resources and other thing comes from. And if you haven't been paying attention, this is what's going to take place this week. Contemplation. The universe is going to yank you, but you're going to have a benefit here to receive what it is that you need to receive. So the anxiety will go away. Every single day there's something specific and special going on with Pisces. So please do make sure that you're marrying this with your sun, your moon, and your rising energies to get the full picture. If you don't know all that information, you can just click the link here. You don't even have to leave the video, okay? And then if you're looking for some personal assistance, then make sure that you are reaching out so that you can get some assistance from somebody else. But at the end of the day, this is going to be a tremendously huge week. And so, as always, May you receive everything that is that you need, everything that you want and desire, and continue to find the beauty in all things. Heads Up is fantastic if you work with it. You guys have a fantastic rest of the week, and I'll see you on the daily transits. Bye.